Hello and thank you for joining us on the first edition of Journalist Hangout this week. I'm Ayodele Ozubakun. Today on the program, gunmen in Kaduna abduct woman and 2 kids, kill her and demand 20 million naira for her kids as church bombing is averted in Kaduna. Oshiomhole can't enter Edo State without Obaseki's permission, says Deputy Governor, as Obaseki tells President Buhari to caution APC National Chairman. And later on the show, Spurs win big against Manchester City as Manchester United banks on Ighalo to turn season around. I'll be hanging out with Babajide, Kolade-Otitoju and Gani, Kayode-Balogun. So if you're ready, let the hangout start now. Thank you for joining us. The security situation in Nigeria has become a case of the bad and the ugly and the absurd. The body of the wife of a Kaduna-based medical practitioner, Philip Ataga, has been found 7 days after she was abducted alongside her 2 kids. The bandits demanded 150 million naira ransom for their release, but they killed her when the family could not raise the money. To add salt to their injury, they held on to the 2 children and are now asking for 20 million naira ransom for their release. However, a bigger calamity was averted when police foiled a suicide bombing on a church in Kaduna on Sunday. In the midst of the chaos, the state governor, Nasir El-Rufai, says solution is on the way. Let's hear from him. Okay, I was told that clip from Nasir El-Rufai is not ready. Babajide, with the work yesterday of the Christian Association of Nigeria and the prayer work of the overseer of the Redeemed Christians of Church and from all the churches from all across the country, I saw it, and you know that the issue of security has gotten to an alarming state that we cannot just afford to look the other way. Now, people are now speaking up. Ordinarily, a Pastor Adeboye is not somebody, if you want to talk to the government, he has the avenue to talk to the government. He's not somebody that is not used to drama. But for him to come out yesterday, and he said it's a prayer walk, but a lot of people will tell you that it was actually a demonstration. But I was told that Nasir El-Rufai is ready now.
Sunana Musa Jika daga Amnesty International. Tambaya na ga gwamna, wannan kalubale na tsaro wanda ya addabi mutane. Gashi ya sake faruwa a nan unguwan Foundation. Ya faru a nan Sabon Birni. Shin zai yiwu ne a rika koro su suna zuwa mana nan jihar Kaduna mu nan ba mu dauki wani mataki ba? Ya kamata a matsayinka na gwamna, muna gani kana babban jiha ba karamar jiha ba, duk ku zauna ga baki ɗaya da sauran gwamnoni na arewacin Najeriya domin a samu meye mafita. Idan an koro su daga wannan jiha sai su dawo wannan jiha, so za mu ci gaba da zama a haka, ana halaka mu, ana halaka ƴaƴayenmu, muna rasa dukiyoyinmu. Ginshikin kowane gwamnati an kafa ta ne don ta kare rayukan mutane da kuma dukiyoyinta. Saboda haka wannan shine maganar da nake so maka, kuma sannan kuma in tambaye ka akai wani shiri kuke yi, wani tanadi kuke yi, saboda abin ya kai yanda ba a tsammani.
To mun gode Malam Musa Jika. Mun gode. To wannan kalubale na tsaro duk ya dame mu. Kuma wallahi tallahi billahi ba abin da ba ma yi mu ga ƙarshen shi. Mun zauna gwamnonin jihohin arewa maso yamma misali, domin duk al'umma ɗaya ne. Mun kuma lura cewa in soja suka je Zamfara sai 'yan ta'addan su zo su shigo Kaduna ko su shiga Katsina da sauransu, domin mu haɗa kanmu mu san yadda za a yi wannan aiki. Kamar yadda muka yi farkon zuwanmu, inda al'umma za su tuna farkon zuwanmu ba garkuwa da mutane ya damu al'umma ba, satan shanu ya damu al'umma. Muka zauna gwamnoni 7 tare da gwamnan Niger mu 8 muka tara kuɗi, ba mu ma kira gwamnatin tarayya muka ce ta tura sojoji ba, mu muka haɗa kuɗinmu. Kowane gwamnati ta ba da naira miliyan 100, mu ne muka ɗauki kuɗin muka ba sojoji muka ce don Allah ku shiga dazuzzukan nan ku yi maganin masu satan shanu. Kuma an yi maganinsu. Alhamdulillah daga nan ne sai kuma suka koma satan mutane. To shi abu na tsaro kullum canzawa yake, in ka rufe nan ne wannan ta buɗe. Shi yasa sai a ga kaman ba a yin komi. Amma muna iyakan ƙoƙarinmu. Ko Lahadin nan na je na ga shugaban ƙasa domin in ba da shawarwarin abin da ya kamata, domin ni a ganina wannan 'yan ta'addan an san abu biyu game da su. Na ɗaya, a daji suke, kuma babu wani mai gaskiya a dajin nan. Na biyu, kashe mutane suke, dukiyar al'umma suke ɗauka, saboda haka bai kamata a bar su haka ba. Yadda aka tayar ma Boko Haram haka ya kamata a tayar musu, a shiga dazuzzukan nan a kashe su, ba wai a jira sai sun kama mutum a bi su ba. Mun ba da shawarwari wanda gwamnatin tarayya ta ce za ta duba, domin ni a ganina yau in za a sa sojojin sama a cikin sati ɗaya ko biyu su bi dazuzzukan nan su riƙa bombin waɗannan 'yan ta'addan. Sannan sojojin ƙasa da 'yan sanda su jira su, duk wanda bom bai kashe shi ba in ya fito a gama da shi, wallahi za a yi maganin abin nan. To amma menene damuwan gwamnati? Damuwan gwamnati, na ji daɗi da kace daga Amnesty International kake. Damuwan gwamnati shine ku irinku masu cewa kuna kare haƙƙin ɗan adam, ku ne za ku fito ku ce sojoji sun kashe faran hula. A tsaya in gama. Ina faɗa haka ne domin in gaya maka irin tunanin da muke yi da kuma yadda su sojojin su kansu suna jin tsoro su ce to in muka yi haka a ce mun kashe farar hula, a ce International Criminal Court suna bayan ka, ka je wata ƙasa a kama ka da sauransu. Idan ba mu zauna dukkanmu mun haɗa kai mun lura da cewa 'yan ta'addan nan danja ne ga kowa da kowa, kuma duk abin da za a yi a maganinsu a yi ba, wallahi abin nan ba zai ƙare ba. Saboda haka a taƙaice akwai tsari wanda gwamnatin tarayya tana dubawa, kuma idan Allah ya da kwanan nan za a ga wani abu, ba zan faɗi ko menene ba, da domin su ma 'yan ta'addan suna jin rediyo za su iya abin nan, amma insha Allahu akwai tsari wanda za a yi maganinsu.
To Allah ya yarda.
The British Broadcasting Corporation BBC interactive session that was held in Kaduna, and that's between Governor Nasir El-Rufai and his resident of Kaduna State on that mind-boggling event that Kaduna State seemed to be the center of attraction now when it comes to insecurity. Now, Kaduna is in the news for insecurity now. Babajide, what do you think is going on?
What you see, Kaduna has suddenly become the melting pot because of its central location. Bandits from Kaduna, from Zamfara, can stream into Kaduna easily because it shares yes, it shares border with Katsina. In fact, Katsina is a creation out of Kaduna State, the old Kaduna State. Now, bandits from Niger can come into Kaduna also through the Brenningwari area, and the boundary is extensive. Bandits from Zamfara can come into Kaduna because Kaduna also shares boundary with Zamfara. So this is the situation where when bandits operate in a particular state at random, there is no way states contiguous to that state would not be affected one way or another. I suggested then that the operation, that when they were going to Zamfara, they should also keep an eye on states that are contiguous to Zamfara. Now you have a situation in which Zamfara has found a way to achieve peace by negotiating with the bandits. They know that they cannot operate there in contravention of the
Peace accord.
peace accord. They've now left those places and are now freely operating. In fact, Niger now is a big problem. The Shiroro area, bandits are killing people for fun in the Shiroro area of Niger State. Niger State. So this is the thing. And except the states come together, honestly, there is no solution. This governor once claimed that the Kaduna-Abuja highway is free, is now safe. But 48 hours after he said that, bandits killed someone on that road. So it's a big problem.
Even this woman was abducted.
And from police records, even the number of kidnappers, suspected kidnappers arrested in Kaduna is higher than other states. So it's a big problem. El-Rufai must know that this is a problem that he has to solve. I agree with him that the military, the armed forces must find a way to exterminate these people. And I'm actually amazed that the states, so there are many things that these governors are doing that we are not even aware of. Look at the sum of money that the governors raised and gave to the armed forces.
How much?
According to him, 100 million each, for 8 governors.
From the north,
The Northwest and Niger. Northwest and Niger.
to give to the military.
To give to the military, help us to waste these people. But the killings have not stopped. They are kidnapping people and just killing people as if their lives don't matter in our country. Look at the innocent. You see what is happening in Kaduna that even makes it worse than other places is that they go into people's homes to bring them out.
Into their homes.
Yes, in Chikun local government, you know, I've been saying this for long. When you say this, sometimes when you complain that this thing is happening in Kaduna, they will say, oh, Jide does not like Nasiru. What is my own? My own is to talk about the truth because I don't want to be a victim. Any of us can be a victim. It's not a question of not liking El-Rufai. We are not dragging a woman. Why would anybody say I don't like him? My own is that I want him to solve the problem. I want the governors to solve that problem. I can't watch people being killed, whether they are Arewa or Nkudu, and be comfortable. No, that's not the way God created me. I will be uncomfortable about it. I was shouting about Zamfara. Everyone knows on this program. Yeah. The moment they found peace in Zamfara, am I still shouting about Zamfara? So this is what I want. But all these funny people on social media and other areas, they will say, oh, it's because he doesn't like El-Rufai. He even predicted that El-Rufai would not win the election, which is an outright lie. We told them, bring where I predicted that El-Rufai will not win. They cannot bring it because it didn't happen. That's fiction. So this is the thing. Let the governors come together and go and meet the president and look, we are in trouble. We can't watch our people being killed. The president himself said he's amazed. Look, when you see what is happening, you'll be amazed. I never imagined that a time can come in our country that we will be so insecure the way we are now.
It's the heights.
How can you kill a woman and then you are holding on to her 2 kids and still asking for ransom? They redoed her body with bullets. And before them, some seminarians too. They attacked the seminary.
These people, Nigerians.
A lot of them are not Nigerians. I keep saying
They
it.
are very wicked and callous.
Callous. Nigerians can't openly be killing themselves like this. No, a lot of them are not Nigerians. Some of them can't even speak our language. Some of these criminals have been arrested before, and when you interview them, you find that they are from Niger Republic. Okay, I went to go and speak to displaced people in Zamfara. You remember 2 years ago, and they told me that the people who came to attack them were Barai Hilani. That's how they described them, and they described it that they have long hair. You know the Fulani with long hair now. Sometimes reaching right to their back. Those ones are not Nigerians. And when you talk now, they will say, no, this is unfortunate.
Now, GKB, what is it that we've not done in Kaduna State?
Well, we said on this program about 2 years ago that until it comes to the doorstep of the Nigerian elites, especially the northern elements of the Nigerian elites, I don't think they are going to do more than they were doing. Remember on this program, we mentioned clearly that these people, starting from when the former emir, the late Adobayero, was attacked, if you remember, on a Friday. And those who didn't say these people are not Nigerians. That Nigeria has been infiltrated by foreign elements. And yet this thing is so straightforward. We are the only English-speaking country surrounded by French countries. It should not be so hard to isolate these people. Either for one reason or the other, I don't know why, we have decided as a country to ignore the danger posed by our neighbors, especially those from Niger, Mali, and Chad. And we keep on pretending that we have the solution when the problems themselves are very obvious. I think the first thing we need to do, and that's what the governor has mentioned clearly, the first thing to do is to pretend that Amnesty International does not exist. And then do what you have to do to safeguard your people. Because you cannot kill, the US has been indicted over 30 years for things they do on the battlefield. They will never appear before the court in the Hague. They will never try to do something for their people. What they will do is pretend that they don't know what they are doing. But in real life, what they do is that, as far as they are concerned, the American interest comes first within the context. It's about time. I don't know what they have together. I don't know why they cannot pick them out. But you live in a country where we speak a particular dialect of Fufude. We speak a particular variant of Hausa. Our Hausa is different from Hausa spoken in Ghana. It's different from those spoken in Northern Republic of Benin. Yet we keep pretending that these are the same people, and we cannot pick up these people the way we want. To me, it's a travesty.
Now, Babajide, why is it Kaduna is seemingly the home of the bandits lately? You stated it earlier. Now, we're talking about the Beningwari area, and this is different from the crisis between the southern Kaduna and the northern Kaduna.
It is because we have not been able to secure the flashpoints. We have to secure the flashpoints. We have to protect our people. We know where they always strike. We've talked about Chikun local government repeatedly. We need to secure people who live in those areas. We must find ways of securing those people. Governor Rufai started a kind of vigilance outfit. What are they doing? We need to ask these questions. We don't want to continue to see people die. It doesn't matter how you feel about the fact that we are talking about it. We just don't want to continue to see people dying. If we are here in Lagos and they are killing people the way they are killing them in Kaduna, will we be comfortable to sit here? But it's not happening here. That is a fact. Such killings are not happening here. Even kidnappings are not rampant here. That is a fact.
It's almost zero now.
Yes. So we need to do something. The police leadership must come together. You know that all the entry points into Kaduna are not safe. The expressway leading to Abuja, we have to secure it. The communities around the expressway are themselves not safe. We have to secure those areas. Places like Maraban, Rido, places where you have the Kaduna Refinery and Petrochemical Company. That is one area that is also not safe. So we have to identify those places where kidnapping is rampant, and then secure those places. I'm particularly ashamed that after people, out of fear, decided that they will no longer go to Abuja by road, and they decided to go to Abuja by train. Immediately they landed.
You told me that one. I was shocked yesterday.
Yes, but it happened. Immediately they landed, the bandits went. They came with a bus.
After they thought they had left the insecurity in Kaduna,
after
Abuja
they
Express
got
Road.
home.
Train.
After they got home, they kept a bus and they raided them and were pushing them into the bus and drove them away. In this country, in broad daylight. In broad daylight. So this is the thing. Because before now, they had made attempts to even shoot the train. They attacked the train. So we should have known that, look, we needed to protect our people. And that place where it is located is not far from the road that leads to Beningwari. And it's on that road that Air Force officers were slaughtered by bandits. We know that area is not safe. So we should have taken measures to protect the people. We are waiting. If says something that we shouldn't wait for those people to attack, we should take the battle to them. It's the same thing that we say about Boko Haram. We should be taking the battle to them, crush them before they kill our people. But we pretend that Boko Haram is not occupying the Nigerian community. So we refuse to go and bomb them where they are. But after saying that, we will go and attack them, we'll do more pop operation, and then rescue more than 800 people at once who are held hostage by them. So if you are not holding on to a community or a territory, how do you hold 800 people hostage? You see, even when we want to say these things, sometimes maybe we don't think. Because it's so clear. There are places where Boko Haram, and I've said it on this program, I've listed 10 communities held by Boko Haram in our country. Maybe I'll be forced to say it again. Go and bomb them in those places. You bomb them, at least you will have peace. It's the same thing that El-Rufai is saying about these bandits. We know they are in the forest, and he said it. He said that anybody who truly believes in the truth, or how do I say it, that you will not, if you are a honest person, you won't be resident in the forest. So we have the liberty to go and take them on.
GKB, we have big military bases in Kaduna. So why is Kaduna facing so much insecurity? And I know we have one division there.
Well, not only one division. We have first division, which is the biggest in terms of
in Zaria, we have NDA, we have Depot Tene,
we have the Army Corps of Transportation.
NDA.
Corps of Transportation is also there. Kaduna is basically a military town. So,
even in Kachiada is another military base.
Yeah. So I think the problem is what we've said again. We are reaching the crescendo of a war that we are not ready to admit we are fighting. We are in the middle of a low-scale war. And the Nigerian government or the Nigerian people or one or both of them are still pretending. Like Gide said, you have to understand, Zamfara, the thing is moving downwards. And the way it's moving is now in Niger. Niger is the biggest state in Nigeria. It's bigger than the entire Southwest, minus Lagos. So you are talking about something as big as that. How do you now police it without bringing in strategies beyond the normal noise that we make? We must protect our people in such a way that will give people the desire to make a difference in what they do. I will not be a party to those who believe that the solution lies in simply attack and retreat. We've done enough attacking and retreating. By now, what we're doing is attack, and attack. And unless and until we are ready to admit that we have a problem, then we cannot really solve this problem by ourselves.
Well, a woman gets kidnapped and killed, but her two kids, are still with them. Now, what kind of approach should be adopted at this stage? Because I really don't understand. And some people are giving this thing religious coloration, and a lot of people will tell you that Boko Haram, they are very good at playing their mind games, that this has nothing to do with the Catholic priest being kidnapped and killed, or the recent medical doctor's wife.
No, these guys are picking people at random. They don't want to know whether you're a Muslim or not. It is ignorant people who are thinking that this has anything to do with religion. Just last week, Boko Haram bombed a mosque in the northeast. And the attack, one of the bloodiest attacks that Boko Haram has carried out recently, is the attack on Monguno, the IDP camp.
But there's this impression that the
So
constitution
a lot of the people killed
against Christians.
Which one?
As in their killings.
No, it's only the ignorant who talk like that. The bulk of the people that they kill, you can't say they are Christians.
It's random.
When they shoot videos and they say, there are times when they just deliberately want people to think, these people are Christians. We want to slaughter Christians. But they've been killing other people even after that who are Muslim. I've lost friends. Even in the army, I've lost friends among my own informant, my own sources. And many of the people killed are Muslims. So it's irresponsible to think that Boko Haram, and if we want to now begin to think like Boko Haram and turn this conflict into a religious affair, then something is wrong with us. It is the same attitude that some of us Nigerians have. When something happens, it appears that the victim or the person who carried out the attack is a Christian. You see some people, that is the one that they will go and post. They will be saying rubbish about it. But if it's the other side, if that person, if the killer is a Muslim, they will not talk about it. People who truly think deeply should not be behaving like this. Because as far as I'm concerned, we are all victims. And these people, when they pick you up, all they're after is their money.
They don't
the policeman who was picked up by bandits in Adamawa State, the one that we played, is a Muslim. So many, we can't just say bandits, they don't want to know what religion. All they're after is their money. And if you can't provide it, they are ready to waste you. It's their impatience, their thirst for blood that even bothers me. How do you expect that family to raise 150 million? You kidnapped the woman last Saturday. And under 1 week, you wasted her. So this is the thing, something to be worried about. Yes, but Boko Haram may want to now believing that if they do that, they will get some Muslims to their side. But how many Muslims even believe that Boko Haram's version of Islam is the correct version? Not many, because Islam does not preach spilling people's blood in the manner that they are doing. The reason for Boko Haram's division in 2016 was because some of them quarreled with the way Shekau was killing fellow Muslims, and they said, no, we're not Badini Bani. That you cannot say this is a religion.
So, GKB, finally, the attempted bombing of Winners Chapel yesterday in Kaduna, what do you make of that?
Well, like Gide said, whatever happens to one person happens to everybody. And we need to be vigilant. I'm very happy about what happened, that they caught it on time, because the casualty will have been catastrophic. And that, to me, one victory out of 10.
3,000-seater church.
As far as I'm concerned, anything that we can do to save lives is paramount as a nation.
All right, still to come. Edo Deputy Governor says Oshiomhole can enter the state without the governor's permission, Governor Obaseki's permission, as Obaseki tells President Buhari to caution the APC National Chairman. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's journalist Ighalo reaching you live from Television Continental here in Lagos, Nigeria. It appears that the gladiators involved in the crisis rocking the Edo State chapter of the All Progressive Congress, APC, have vowed to fight to finish. In the latest twist in the festering talk of war, the state governor, Deputy Governor Philip Shuaibu, said the APC National Chairman Adams Ali Oshiomhole cannot come into the states without permission from Godwin Obaseki. As the tension regarding the crisis deepens, Governor Obaseki has urged President Muhammadu Buhari and the party leadership to call Oshiomhole to order. And the breaking news here is that even the Deputy Governor of Edo State, that's Philip Shuaibu, told newsmen some minutes ago that Edo government rights IGP, DSS demand for the arrest of Adams Oshiomhole. Babajide, this is getting interesting. Very, very interesting. And if the governor of Edo State is saying that his predecessor must actually take permission from him before he holds any rally or before he comes into Edo State, and I think Governor Obaseki is getting bolder by the day. And as you always say, maybe he's punching above his weight. Do you think so?
I really don't. The conflict between the two of them is an embarrassing one, and I'm really ashamed of those two men. I wanted to say two gentlemen, but why should I say they are gentlemen? It's shameful. It's shameful that two persons who belong to the same party could resort to this kind of battle amongst themselves, because it's like a tough war between two lions, contest for the title of the alpha male between two lions. This is what I see, because they will fight till death. Except one of the lions is able to take to his heels and he gives up that territory. They will fight till death. And then the one who has won will now take complete control, even kill the offsprings of the former ruler of that territory. So it's shameful. And they keep saying the president should intervene. I don't know what the president has done. But the president and other leaders of the APC should really be ashamed that this is happening. And the extent to which both men are going, they seem just desperate. You know, I was discussing with someone and he said, what Obaseki thinks is that even at this stage, peace is costly. Yes, and I said, how is peace costly? He said, peace is costly. Because when you opt for peace, it then means that you are in a weakened position. You are in a weakened position, and when you are in a weakened position, it means that you have to yield to the demands of far more people than you could imagine. This is how they are thinking. That peace at this stage, if Obaseki seeks peace at this stage, it is much more expensive than continuing to fight. And at the end of the day, one party knows that even if it chooses to make peace at the last minute before the election, it will still be persecuted. If it's the enemy that wins, you will be persecuted by the enemy, either by way of abandonment, not getting opportunity to hold key positions and all that. So that is why they would rather go and work for the enemy than make peace. I think they've gone beyond the stage when peace is possible. Peace is no longer possible. The way it is now, between both men, they've abused themselves so thoroughly that you that you have abused me thoroughly, how do you then come to me and expect that I will trust you afterwards? They've gone far. Someone was telling me that Obaseki could eventually even go and contest on the platform of PDP. It's a possibility.
Yeah, somebody was saying that he would have accepted that, but except they told him that he can't come with his deputy, that PDP want the deputy to nominate the deputy, so they're still negotiating.
Look at what they're saying. The government calls on the presidency and the Inspector General of Police to kindly caution the suspended national chairman of the APC and let him know that no one can be above the law of the land, and his ambition to be the ultimate godfather in Edo State is not worth the lives and safety of millions of Edo people. Today again, 14 Edo lawmakers elect raised the alarm that Governor Obaseki wants to kill Oshiomhole, that the police should do something about that. All kinds of allegations coming out of that place
on a daily basis. And when you want to look at it, GKB now, when you want to look at this thing, and you feel that these people, they are from the same political party, and somebody was telling me that how can Governor Obaseki in his wildest imagination wake up and say the national chairman of the party has been suspended, and in Edo chapter they still say it, that our suspended national chairman, yet Oshiomhole is in Abuja sitting with the president, meeting with the governors and other party
and is the one who will take the name of the candidate of the party.
Yes, the name of the candidate to INEC.
Well, I think, I'm sure you are aware that the battle in Edo State is gone beyond the ordinary. Something must give.
Something
must give. And Oshiomhole cannot afford to lose. Obaseki is fighting for his political life. And the time is running out. And I can read a lot of desperation into what his camp
they have their election, I think, October or November this year.
And it's showing clearly they are not in control of the narrative anymore. 4 months ago, 5 months ago, yes. But now I think the mind of the party in Abuja is actually made up on what to do with the Edo crisis. I spoke with some top ranking members of the party, and like Ide said, most of them were ashamed of the way the Rofo has come into the mix. And these are between brothers. Even in Edo, they've now mixed it with ethnic tension, as it were. That somebody who's from somewhere is trying to oppress people from the central, and now it's their turn and all that. All these, of course, are reality of a battle that neither side will win. The winner will be bloodied, and the loser will have to go away. As far as I'm concerned, the way it is going, the Obaseki camp is going to get more stringent. They're going to cry more. They're going to create more drama. But at the end of the day, the winner will be APC.
Ultimately, do you agree with that permutation? Let's say, presently, there's this balance between the APC and the PDP in Edo State. And I cannot sit down here to say clearly Edo State is an APC state. Because when you look at the members of the National Assembly and you look at the correlation and presidential election results and everything, you will see that it's always a 50-50 thing.
And they always manage to win the presidential election. PDP always manages to win the presidential election. Sometimes PDP will have more senators and APC will have more reps. Sometimes it to be the other way. And even this last election, that is what happened. Oh, you have more senators than me, I have more reps than you. So it's a contest that is supposed to be finely balanced. You cannot say that from the beginning that has always been an APC state. No. PDP once ruled that state. Oshiomhole took it back through the courts. But presidential elections, successive presidential elections, PDP always manages to win that state. So when you have that kind of situation, you should know that you cannot afford to have this kind of crisis. And it is dangerous when a sitting governor in a state where the contest is potentially close, when a sitting governor is disloyal to the party superstructure, it means that that governor could use the paraphernalia of office to work for the opposition. If, for example, they don't give him the ticket, and I don't see Oshiomhole allowing him to get the ticket.
With a gun to his neck.
Yes, I don't see that happening, except they kick Oshiomhole out of that position. And I know that there are some governors who are working with Obaseki with the desire of kicking Oshiomhole into touch.
Before their primaries.
Yes, that's
the only way out.
That agenda is there. They made moves the other day. They made moves. The two camps tussled, and they shared money to NWC members. The two camps. But at the end of the day, the Oshiomhole, the tendency support of Oshiomhole prevailed. And Oshiomhole too, being a tactician, ran the meeting in a way that ensured that they were unable to move the motion of a vote of no confidence against him. Yes, you know that the 12 chairmen were ready to say, okay, we don't want this man. But he moved quickly to avert a no confidence vote, and the meeting was abruptly ended without even a closing prayer. So there will be battles ahead. Oshiomhole is trying to hold on to his base. This Obaseki is trying to nibble away at Oshiomhole's base. They've been spending money both sides. But at the end of the day, where the president chooses to stay, where Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu chooses to stay, because these are the two most important persons in the APC. Anybody can argue that that's their problem. The two most important persons in the APC today are Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the president. So where they side on these matters is very important. But our president usually doesn't give much away. You just see him, you don't know. He can be looking at you, will not talk to you. You will not even know what's going through his mind.
We trust the chairman to even intervene in the crisis in Edo State. Give it to Oshiomhole, an interested party. No, he has done it in some other states. No, he will do it in the
We were here when they set up what looked like
a reconciliation
committee the other day. The question to ask is,
I think I have
Senator Allowance Committee, what have they done? Because you can't then set it up for fun. Have they been able to meet with any of them?
Let's attend. BANDITRY is calling us from Abuja. Thank you for joining us, BANDITRY.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Ben from Abuja.
Okay. Please go ahead.
You see, just like Babajide said, the two parties have gone to the point of no return. Because there's lack of trust. Whichever support, even they settle, let's say Oshiomhole faction wins the primary and election, the party and the faction of the governor will never trust that enmity has gone beyond the thing. Then if it is the governor that won, Oshiomhole, I want to
I never submit that name to INEC.
You know, the fact that there are 14 house members that are not sworn.
Yes.
Those ones, they
That one
can't
is
be
there.
happy. If Oshiomhole go and make what you call it with the people, and they are still in the poll, because they will still not accept them back. So what is there is that APC need to do the same work very well. So be the candidate that can win that election for them. If not, APC will lose that seat.
Thank you,
Thank
Benga.
you.
The same line of thoughts we were saying, Jide.
Yes. If you look at, you see, people can deceive themselves that they've made peace. Look at Ogun State. Amosun's candidate,
Akinlade.
Abdulkabir Akinlade, was said to have returned to the APC.
Yeah.
But the question to ask is, where did he formally return to the APC? He formally returned to the APC at the headquarters of the APM. Is that the right place? Then who were the APC leaders that received him back into the APC? People should ask answer the question.
APC in Ogun State is divided.
They are still divided.
And
it's likely to remain like that till 2023. I'm telling you, Abdulkabir Akinlade defected back to the APC at the headquarters of the APM.
That's their faction.
Why didn't he go to the headquarters of APC that we all know? Then who were the APC leaders who received him warmly back into the party? They should answer that question. So if there's an election today in that state, of course you know that they will still be divided. Because someone like Amosun has not totally forgiven and forgotten the governor's camp for what happened. So this is the thing. They are not prepared to work with us because the structure of the party operating in Ogun is the one from the national headquarters.
And Amosun has cornered all the appointments.
At the national level.
At the national level. So you take the governorship and I take the... GKB, what do you make of this?
It's interesting. And like I said, the Edo matter is going to provide a good talking point in years to come. But like I said, I don't think there's any way for them to reconcile. That one is long gone. That ship has sailed. And somebody must give. Like I said, it's now even beyond politics. It's now ethnic. It's now religious. They just bring all manners of things into the pot.
Both of them are Christians.
They're Christian. Obaseki is from Benin.
Edo Central.
That's where you have the bulk of the votes.
And then
Oshiomhole is likely to bring somebody from also Benin to tackle Obaseki.
It's going to be
interesting.
If it's the Ighalo.
If it's Pastor Yamu.
I think the posters are already.
If it's Odubu, the deputy governor, let's wait and see. Now, finally, as the fight for the places heat up in the English Premier League, EPL, Tottenham Hotspur manager Jose Mourinho has won the battle of wits against his Manchester City rival Pep Guardiola as Spurs beats City 2-0 in London. Meanwhile, City's neighbours Manchester United are still in lethargic form. The Red Devils are, however, banking on the certain Nigeria, that is Ighalo, to bring redemption to Old Trafford. They sealed a loan deal for the China-based Ighalo to shore up their attack following a long-term injury to their top marksman, Marcus Rashford. Will he not deliver? Ojo Ighalo, his track record, Babajide, he has played for the national team of the Super Eagles. And when we are talking about cutting-edge strikers, somebody that can rise to the occasion, somebody can
take chance
to attend the party, does he fit into that category from now till May, the end of the season?
Yes, people must realize that it's just a stopgap arrangement. They don't want to sign a big-time striker because that will disrupt the growth of
Marcus Rashford.
No, not just Rashford, Greenwood. Greenwood is the 18-year-old Manchester United academy product,
Wonderboy.
who has been scoring great goals this season. He's already hit double figures, yet he doesn't play all the matches.
Is he injured now?
No, he's not injured.
Okay.
He's a young prodigy. So they are watching him, they are uncorking him slowly. They believe that he can become a great striker. But if you bring in a fantastic striker at this point,
that will overshadow him.
that the boy who is more experienced, who is better than him at this stage, that boy will rot on the bench, and his growth and his confidence will be affected. You can imagine, look at what Chelsea has done. This guy went on loan, now he's back leading Chelsea's attack. Many of us never believed that he could do as well as he has done.
Who's that?
The Chelsea striker, the Nigerian...
Tomori?
No, Tomori is a
Victor
defender.
Moses?
No, Victor Moses.
Tammy
Abraham. Tammy Abraham, we never knew he could do as well as he has done. He's scoring goals for Chelsea. And he was the academy product. He was on loan last season. So when you give young people that chance, someone like Ryan Giggs, at 17, he was given his chance and he grabbed it with both hands. You can imagine having...
Michael Owen.
Yeah, Michael Owen too. 17-year-old, he went to the World Cup and scored that fantastic goal against Argentina. If he had not been given that chance, it would not have happened. So what Manchester United are attempting to do is just to find someone that they can use from now to the end of the season. They've done that before with Ibrahimovic. They've done that with Ibrahimovic just for some time. They've done that with the Swede striker Henrik Larsson. Henrik Larsson came, played for like 2.5 seasons or so, and he got some key goals for them. So I believe that Ighalo can score, can really do well in Manchester United if the midfield provides the support that he needs. As Soldier said, Ighalo, he respects Ighalo because of the accuracy of his shooting. So Manchester United actually needs someone like, and he's strong, he's physical. We tend to underrate our own. Anyone who can go to the Nations Cup and become highest scorer, and even the World Cup qualifiers, did so well. He carried Nigeria on his shoulders. We shouldn't be underrating him and saying that he cannot do well at Manchester United. Of course, he will do well. So I'm confident that he will provide the goals, and at the end of the season, they will say, thank you very much. Rashford is back.
Take your check.
You can go back.
Now, looking at the coach of Manchester City and Maverick Jose Mourinho of Tottenham Hotspur, yesterday was a clash of tactics. What do you make of that match?
Well, I enjoyed the match tremendously. The only thing for me is the fact that normally people will say that luck favors the brave. But yesterday, luck did not favor the brave at all. Because Man City did almost all the work. Until that point when their player was sent off. They were in total and comprehensive control.
Total and comprehensive control.
Tottenham shot only twice a goal. And both of them became goals. For you to know the level of pressure that were piled on by Man City. But that's why we call it football. You can't do mathematics with it. I'm sure Man City will bounce back. But what makes yesterday special is that match finally coronates Liverpool from champions delegates. Champions designates.
Perennial EPL failures.
No, from champions designates to champions elects. Because at 22 points, it will be extremely difficult.
Babajide, is it almost over?
No, it's over. It's over. The interesting thing is that Klopp has sunk it into the head of the Liverpool players that, look, don't give up. Just keep playing as if every match matters. You know?
They lost to 1 point.
The mistakes that they made last season, you know, they do not want to make that mistake this year. They are approaching every match as a cup final. So you can imagine they are not relaxing at all. It's the chasing pack that is dropping points. They are not dropping points. They are winning every match.
Jide, I used to, but yesterday, after speaking with you, I checked the league table yesterday, and I now discovered that the first three, they're almost home and dry. But people, number 4, they're so reluctant to take on that position. And I discovered that, what's the name of this club? They're even ahead of Manchester, Sheffield Wednesday. They're even ahead of Manchester. We thought Manchester was still 6th, but yesterday when I checked, 7th.
Every time that Chelsea faltered, Manchester United refused to take the opportunity to close the gap. And other teams are doing well. So that's why today now, Tottenham has overtaken Manchester United. So Tottenham is in 5th position now. Sheffield too is still ahead. So Manchester has dropped to attain the 7th position now. And if they are not careful, even Wolves can overtake them because the battle
very strong
for the number 5 position too is very close.
Very close. Well, we cannot end this edition without thanking Mr. Kingsley Okubo. Yeah, we're in Edo State in the weekend for the wedding of the Ozos. And Mr. Okubo was just like a savior.
Yes. We will never know how much we are appreciated for the work we do on journalists and doubts, unless things like that happen to us. He saw me at the airport. You know, he works with the Ibadan electricity distribution company.
That's Mr. Kingsley.
And he said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to Benin. I have not been to Benin in almost 20 years. And he said, oh, stay in the GRA area for your security. I will take you to a good hotel. And he took me to a good hotel and refused to allow me to pay.
He paid for the hotel?
I thought that was all.
The next day?
The next day, he attached the driver to me. He said, everywhere you are going, this driver to take
he
you.
He was with us at the church service, with us at
and
reception.
When it was time, took us back to the hotel. To the airport, he was also the one to go. So we are very grateful.
Amazing Nigeria, Mr. Kingsley Okubo. Thank you.
And what made you to appreciate us so much, we'll continue to do it.
Thank you. Thank you. Osiare, Gani, Kayode-Balogun. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
And we head to Mrs. Jamiu's 50th birthday after this one.
No rival.
Yes, Mrs. Jamiu, happy birthday to Mrs. Jomi Jamiu.
The beauty.
We have to go.
The beauty will marry the beast.
Thank you. And that's our offering today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can also watch Journalists Hangout on our platforms showing on the screen. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. Feedback channel, Journalists Hangout at TVC News.tv. Bye for now and see you tomorrow. God bless Nigeria.